And we are live.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello. How is everybody doing today?
All right.
Well,
Doing good. A little toasty. I should probably take
I'm
off.
breathing.
Excellent, excellent.
I feel if I ask
Okay.
for more than that, I'm being greedy.
So, here we are, right back at it. It's been a little while, but welcome back, everybody. We are back for another episodes of the Tales of the Outer Rim, our Star Wars 5
E.
Yep, system. And yeah, now brain.exe has crashed again. My apology for that one. It's been a long day at the office today. I'll wake up a little bit. Don't worry about it as we get rolling there.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Yes, it just doesn't turn back on.
Is it
Unfortunately,
plugged in all the way?
No, never. It never has been. That's the secret, Captain. But yes. Okay.
Just the other
Yes.
You know what? Let's start with a little recap of last time. Mibble had gone to visit some of their extended family on Coruscant. How that visit went, we'll talk about later. We have also our two Force sensitives who went to the Jedi Temple, and both had interesting visions. One which was linked with the whole purifying of Soul Saber crystals, or just in general wounded kyber crystals, and another one, this one not by Orta but by Kodav, about their friends being in some form of danger. Naturally, of course, upon having that vision, they rushed to their friend's side, only to realize that their friends didn't really seem to need help. They seemed to be fine. Which, of course, kind of led to a bit of a question with regards to when and how this vision would, if at all, come true, considering the unreliability of context when it comes to Force visions. And so, Mibble aside, the group having reunited, the I will not call her. There is Ziva. There we go. Ziva was indeed looking into acquire further information about things, and with regards to finding people from her family that she had been missing, basically that she had been looking specific individual that she'd been trying to find information about. And on the flip side, she had been hanging out at this information exchange type auction house, basically. Don't want to say it's a hive of scum and villainy, but definitely a place that... Jesus. There we go. Sorry about that. Something just blasted sound on my computer. But yeah, that being said... I don't know, the Mortal Kombat theme song just started blasting on my computer. I was just like, excuse me for a minute. I did not order this, Your Honor.
This
I'm not
feels like a
complaining, but
threat.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you're gonna
It's
have
like-
a random theme song pop on your computer,
Right? It just made me laugh because I'm like, yeah, they're hanging out in this den of people who are, trading highly illegal things through an anonymous auction system. Mortal Kombat! I'm like, no, calm down. My computer is more hyped about the session than anybody else here. No, jokes aside, so, yes, we were basically at this point where everybody had sort of regrouped here, trying to figure out what they wanted to do. The auction house auctioneer here had given them an appointment later that day if they so wanted to meet with her about acquiring specific goods. But that being said, the floor is more or less onto you guys at this point as to what you want to do. Fun bit. There is still a little bit of time before the scheduled meeting time, if you guys decide to even show up to that meeting at all. You still have a little bit of time before that meeting has to take place, which gives all of you a little bit of time to do the equivalent of a short rest worth of activities. So you can go buy stuff, you can all hang out, talk to some NPCs, go to the local pub or whatever and grab more information if you need it. You basically are free to do as you wish for about maybe 2-3 hours in game, of course. So my question is at this point, Mibble, having finished with your family, I'm assuming you want to meet back up with everybody, or does Mibble have something they want to do before they meet up with everybody else?
Given the family members that he probably went and visited, he probably would want to get away from them as quick as possible.
Okay.
And is there anything I want? Well, I could look at the parts and junk stores and such and see if there's anything interesting at those places.
Mm-hmm.
We are not sure that if what's her name is going to be a permanent part of our group, right? So unless she is, we don't really have a ship of our own.
Correct.
So
my question is, what does Mibble want to do with regards to that?
He'll probably look into the market of the ships, see what's available.
Okay.
Not buy anything yet until he talks to the rest of the group. And also look for like parts for weapons and such.
Okay. So, what ship class are you looking at, really?
Something fast and maneuverable, especially if we're get into any fights. Have a good defense system, but not like overly bearing on guns and such. Just enough to be able to protect ourselves. Is there like a list of ships that I could choose from or something?
So let me say this: are you looking for more like something like the size of the Millennium? Have you ever seen Star Wars?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Something from the size of like the Millennium Falcon, for example? Or are you looking for something a bit bigger, a little bit more like Corvette or warship-y?
I would say something around the Millennium
You'll get there.
Falcon.
Yep.
And with enough rooms for everybody. And also a warm place where Nixie could be without causing any issues with engine or reactor or anything.
So basically make sure that it has a leaky reactor core. Got it. Okay. Oh, let's see what we can find you in that price range, in that ballpark, as one would say here. Okay. Are you looking into new ships or used ships too? Because that'll actually highly affect the cost.
How about we do a little bit of both and see what the pricing's like?
Okay. All right. So there is a new ship for sale that would fit within that price category. The unfortunate thing, though, is if you're buying it new, the cost is going to be around 120,000 credits.
120, you said?
Yep.
1,000. Okay.
They are expensive if you're buying flat out buying a new ship.
Well, with my money, I can afford it.
Well, it's whether or not you want to afford it is entirely up to you. I'm just saying. That's the cost. Yes, well, you also pulled a lot of money with cards, I think, earlier, didn't you?
Okay.
Hey, which is good. I mean, hey, that's what it is, right?
Mm-hmm. Right. And then also, like I said, I would be looking at parts in junk stores for like weapon parts and such.
Yep. There's quite a few of them, but one of them does catch your attention. Let me roll it here. Let's see what we randomly pull from my long, long list of parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I need a D4 from you first.
A D4. And that's going to be a 4.
Okay, then I need you to roll me.
Thank you for the raid.
Oh, hey guys, welcome, welcome. Okay, then I need you to roll me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, this one you'll have to roll and roll 20, but roll me a D13, please.
A D13.
Yes, please.
There you go.
See? Okay, that's an 8. So, you actually, by rummaging through the various stores selling secondhand parts and used junk, you actually managed to find a serviceable... So this is actually a blaster's energy cell. It can actually also be used on lightsabers, depending on where you guys decide to fit it. And it is a Telgorn Jolt cell. It is a Mark III, so you're very lucky. What it will do is add a +1 to 8, so basically a D8 electrical damage to whatever weapon you guys mount it on.
And what is this called again?
It is a Telgorn Jolt cell. I will dump it in the chat for you.
Yes, please.
1, 2,
Okay.
8 extra damage on hit. There we go. No, it's supposed to be a
didn't
D8.
you say a D8?
Yeah, I just fat fingered that. That's a D8, not a D6. There we go. Okay. And so, as you rummage and find this part, the vendor, thankfully not a stereotypical Toydarian here, but just the average human, pops up from behind the counter, almost like Jack in the Box, as he looks at you and goes, "Ah, a discerning eye. I see you've seen a part that seems to be interesting you. Are you buying?"
Perhaps. Depends. How much is it?
I mean, this is a fully serviceable Telgorn Jolt cell. It's in good condition, too. It works just fine. Tested it myself.
Mm-hmm. How much?
Oh, right. Price. 2,000 credits.
Could we cut that down a little bit?
Give me a persuasion roll.
Persuasion. What do I have in persuasion? Okay. Not much. 19 for 21.
Very good. He looks at you, then looks right and left, with this like darting look of a conspiring look almost, kind of comes closer. He's fine. 1,500. Deal? Take it now.
15.
Don't tell anybody I give you a deal.
All right. Also, do you have anything else that might be interesting?
He kind of looks around and like his voice goes down an extra like an extra couple of decibels here as he just kind of mumbles. I mean, if you're looking for like stims, I got a really really good stim contact. If you need like stims and med stuff,
Sure.
real cheap too.
All right. Yeah, Mibble will also take that contact
Okay.
and give him the 15,000.
Okay. So yeah, he gives you the info, and you can actually find that person a little bit like probably 2-3 blocks down. And by down I mean vertically down. We are on Coruscant right now. Slightly seedier environment or place to be at. But otherwise, not necessarily a bad place to be at. But definitely seedier, if you know what I'm saying. Not like gang territory or anything, but just watch your back kind of place. Kind of level. But yeah, you follow that direction, and you get to what can only really describe as a back alley med clinic here. Not to the point of you wondering if you'll catch an infection, but you're not sure the guy's paid his med license, at least not recently. And when you enter, you don't see a human. It's actually manned by a droid who looks up at you and says, what, as it kind of stutters a little bit, almost like its voice modulator's bugging out a bit. Welcome. How may we help you today?
I heard that this was a good place to get some, what was it? Stim packs, or what are these called?
We offer a wide variety of medical enhancements, battle stimulants, adrenal stimulants, med packs. Please make your selection.
Okay, I take a look at his stock of stuff.
Okay, so he will be selling a few things, okay? We have stimulants, which fall under 3 categories. You've got strength, alacrity, and stamina stimulants, and what they basically do is they will be giving you a bonus to the corresponding stats. So strength is from, it will buff your strength, alacrity your dex, and stamina your constitution. For a set period of time, basically they work until your next short or long rest. Whenever you take them, or when I, the DM, say enough time has passed, if you fast forward time for like 2-3 hours. Can I get an insight check from you?
Insight. That's going to be a 15.
Okay. By putting together what the other guys said and what the robot, and the way the robot oddly and weirdly pronounced the word wide variety of stimulants, you're able to actually put together that they might actually have more than just the standard basic widely available to the population stimulants, if that makes sense.
Okay. I sort of look at the bot and say, is there more than just this?
It looks at you and doesn't really answer. Can I get a tech roll from you, please?
My best scores.
Right.
That is going to be a 28.
You notice a discrete, very tiny and discrete button, or not really button, but icon on the nearby touchpad that you were using to browse the selection of above-the-counter stuff. And notice that they do actually also have a selection of battle stimulants. Those are highly illegal, by the way, for obvious reasons. Given to the wrong person, they can lead them to go on a rampage or cause massive amounts of damage. And obviously they have comparatively varying prices depending on which level or strength of battle stimulant you're looking at. But you have a basic battle stimulant, you've got hyper battle stimulants, and you have what is called Ichani battle stimulants. What they do is quite simple. They give you extra temp HP until the effect wears out, and they will give you a buff to your attack rolls. So, as like I said earlier, the robot says nothing, but does definitely look at you, waiting for you to choose what you want to do with regards to purchasing.
I sort of get close to the bot and I sort of whisper to him, any way you could give me a decent fair price package of stuff?
Give me another persuasion roll. This one will be done at a disadvantage. This is a droid.
And if you give me a good enough price, I'll throw in a repair for yourself.
Okay. Okay. If you're throwing in a repair kit or something for it.
Well, I could repair him.
Oh, you're offering to fix his voice modulator or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Make the persuasion choice check at not disadvantage normally then, please.
That's going to be a dirty 20.
Very nice. Okay. So it looks at you and says, deal. And it will quickly turn to its inventory. And with the speed, of course, of one mechanically inclined as a droid here, very quickly grabs a variety of stimulants, puts them in a package for you, wraps them up, pushes the package towards you, and says, 5,000 credits, please.
5,000?
What's in there, you'll have 2 Ichani battle stimulants, and 2 of each of the regular strength, alacrity, and stamina stimulants as well.
Okay, 2 of each?
Yep. And from what you can tell, he gave you about a 70... He made you pay 70% of the price. He gave you about a 30% discount.
Nice. Okay. And how much are Koto packs?
Right. Kolto. He looks through the inventory. Give me a minute. Yeah, I have it over here. That's the problem when you have like 14 different resources to run a game. Let me go through the pages of my DM book here.
Hey, better to collect them early while you can, and have them when you need them.
Oh, for sure.
Even though I do have like 14 on me already.
The usual. Okay. What quality med pack are you looking for is the first question I need to ask you here.
Well, being I already have 14 of the regular ones, and I know from the last time I was on, there is an upgraded one, although maybe Nibble doesn't know, but...
There's many levels. It goes from improved all the way up to champion, basically.
Okay. So what's the next level up?
Improved is the next level up after standard med packs.
Okay.
Long story short, improved and up will be adding 1 hit dice per roll plus constitution, of course, for how much healing you get. So basically, as you know, the basic one is 2 hit dice plus constitution, right? So improved is 3 and so on and so forth.
I believe the last time you were on, you said it was like 3 plus hit die plus con, but...
Oh, so then you bought improved ones the last time. So
I'm sorry, it was 3 times hit dice plus con.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So that then
Okay.
you guys bought some improved ones last time in that case. A superior one is 4 hit
somebody
dice.
did.
Yep, I'm just saying.
Okay.
So yeah, if you're looking at higher than improved, then the next level it would be some superior ones, which are 4 hit dice plus constitution.
Alright, how much for the improve?
The basic improved ones?
Yep.
Okay. Give me a minute, and I will tell you that. Go back to the improved ones. And there we go. Okay. Because of course they put the price list on a different list than the actual item lists. Come on. No. Nope, that's not it. One sec, I'll find it, I promise. If not, I remember that we had charged you guys 250 per back then. And then you had hustled them to 200 back on Tatooine. But I think that was for the regular ones. Adventuring items, there we go. Hello. There we go. I'm on it. We're almost there. Medpack, come on. There we go. Yeah, medpacks were 300 actually. Sorry about that. Perfect. So, yeah. Medpacks were 300. You guys had to hustle them to 250, sorry, on the other planet. The superior one will be increased to 500 credit. Improved, sorry, will be 400. Superior is 500, and so on and so forth, going up by 100 per.
Alright, am I able to get anything off on the med packs or not?
Are you able to get what?
Anything off on the med packs for what I'm doing.
Give me another roll. Disadvantage unless you incentivize it, and it does expect you to repair it for the stims.
Yep. Does he need anything else repaired?
No.
Anything enhanced?
It looks at you quizzically. It's a droid. It's not programmed to, take initiative here.
That is gonna be a 12.
A 12. It looks at you, and again, you can see it doesn't think it needs anything more. And while you do attempt to incentivize it, it seems to remain fairly aloof and uninterested.
How many of these improve kits does he have?
Just the basic improved ones?
The improve, yeah.
I will tell you that shortly. The improved ones. He has a standard inventory of 10 currently.
So that's gonna be... You know what? I'll take all of them.
Okay, so that is another 4,000. You owe him 9,000 credits total right now.
Yep. I give him the money, do some work on him.
Okay, give me a tech roll.
Alright. And that's going to be a 26.
Okay, yeah. You figure out that there's a short in its voice modulator. It was really more of a wiring issue than a software issue. And so you quickly rewire everything.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as that's done, you manage to fix the voice modulator. And it speaks normally, and it goes, "Thank you. This unit very much appreciates the effort you have put in permitting us proper and clear communications with clients. As a result, this unit will always be happy to welcome you to our clinic. Please, have a good day."
You as well. I take my stuff and I get out.
And the droid, of course, quickly gets itself right back to work.
All right. I go and find out where everybody's is.
Okay. Yeah, so on that note, where is everybody? Let's switch over. Orta, Kodav, gentlemen, you had met up with the ladies here. Where are you guys going? What are you guys doing with these extra couple of hours of time you have to kill before the meeting here?
Kodav is gonna go to the training ring. I'm presuming there's one in, like, the temple.
Okay.
And he's gonna do this. I personally, as the player, don't want to do this, but he as the character wants to do this because that's his drama. But he's going like old school Luke Skywalker, putting on, the sensory deprivation helmet,
Okay.
And he's just gonna spend his time, trying to fine tune his connection to the Force to see if
Okay.
maybe he can have something come to light with his vision.
And you're doing that in the middle of like the crowded like training area where everybody's got their lightsabers going and they're blocking laser blasts and all that stuff.
Yeah, he makes sure to pull out his orange one and not the Sith one.
No, that's fine. That's not what I'm referring to. I meant more with regards of this is where you're trying to do this, correct?
Oh yeah, he's
Okay,
he's full blown going to, like, the Jedi Temple Training Center.
Yep.
Because that's the only one he probably knows of. So that's
No, that's fine. I was also going to ask you, like, are you actually like meditating when you're trying to do that? Are you going to actually train with one of the little combat droids? Like, what's going on here? What's the deal?
So he's gonna do the whole, like, deflect the blasts from little fucking zapper droid thingies.
Okay, so he is doing the zapper droid thing. Okay.
And but while he's doing that, he's doing it specifically because he knows that's how you get in tune with the Force to be able to block the shots from the little zapper droids. So he's trying to increase his.
He's trying to get into the zone. He's trying to vibe.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he can't increase his Force sensitivity, but he's trying to, I guess, reattune his connection to the Force, or sharpen it. Yeah, a better word.
Yeah, sharpen your senses. Okay, I do have a question then. While you're doing that, what setting do you put the droids on?
Medium pain.
No, I mean difficulty setting. Padawan, Knight, Master, Grandmaster, Council member.
You
know what I mean.
Yeah, he wouldn't do Master because he doesn't think that highly of himself, but he would probably do Knight. He's definitely, in his mind, he definitely has more skills than the Padawan, but definitely nowhere near a Master.
Okay. So you said night, yeah?
Yeah, it would do night.
Okay, just to make sure. Okay, good. So I have its stat blocks for night difficulty level right here. Okay, you're gonna put on your helmet, your helm, and I am going to give you a couple of rolls on my end. I will not tell you what those rolls are because you have a sensory deprivation helmet. And then you are going to give me a few rolls yourself. That'll go off in this particular case of your spellcasting roll because you are using the Force, correct?
Yep.
And we will go from there. So let's do this.
My light attack modifier is a +8.
Yep. A minute, I'm actually getting a notepad so I can put the rolls down because otherwise my brain after a whole day of work is not going to remember these. So first one, second one is going to be a, there we go. Okay, and then the last one. Very good. That is going to be a... Okay, so you hear a quick staccato of what sounds like almost pressurized air as it fires 3 training bolts at you, right? And the 3 rolls I need you to beat is a 25, a 16, and a 21.
Okay. Alrighty, let's see. Let's use the die that I think like me. I mean, let's be real. When I'm a player, my dice barely tolerate me. It's only when I'm DMing do they like go fucking bananas because they just like to kill players. It's like, oh, we get to damage like players? Fuck yeah. Okay, let's see. So I have a 19, 19 and 8, 27, 15 and 8 is 23.
So, sorry, you kind of mumbled these. What were we looking at?
19.
Okay.
27.
Nice.
And then 23.
So the first one catches you a little bit by surprise, and you feel that stinging owie of, you know, a blaster bolt set to hurt but not to wound, you know? It'll do a basic paltry 1 point of damage, that's not the point. But it does, you know, still sting quite annoyingly. Thankfully, you block the other 2. You unfortunately don't get much time to rest, as unfortunately it is set, you know, to train a knight and not a Padawan, and it takes very little time before it fires off another 3 shots. So you're looking at a 17, an 11, and a 28 this time.
Okay. 28.
As again, it fires 3 more training bolts right at you.
Let's see. So that's going to be a dirty 20, 21, and an 18.
So 18 on the last one. You said a 28?
No, dirty 20, 21, and 18.
Then 28. Okay, perfect. So this time you block the first 2, but your concentration just slips a little bit as the 3rd bolt connects with your thigh, again stinging like somebody just like like a bee basically stung your thigh here. Moving from that, you hear another quick staccato of 3 shots. Okay, and this time it's a 23, a 24, and a 22.
Okay, let's try the big dice. Okay. So that's a Kraken for the first one. That's 28. 19, 8, 27 for the second one, and 19 for the last one.
So 19 for the last one. And would you say the other again? For some reason, you're coming through very muted. What were the other two you were saying?
Kraken for the first one.
Nice.
So that's 28.
Okay.
27 for the second one, and the
Nice.
19 for the last.
So again, the first 2 you block flawlessly, and it's I don't know if it's your lack of training or just again the whole like your concentration just ended up slipping, but you block 2 and the third one once again hits you. This time in the arm, right above the wrist. Another stinging feeling as a laser set to pinch and not wound here, just to sting and not wound, hits your forearm. And as this is going on, I'm going to need you to roll me 2 rolls. The first one, I need a bit of self-control from you. Because we've been keeping tabs. Remember I was telling you that I would keep tabs on your naughty and nice points that everybody had been going through.
Yep.
And this thing just keeps every couple of seconds, you block a lot of the shots, but every couple of seconds it's jabbing you basically with what feels like a taser hit, you know what I'm saying? A low-powered taser hit to the skin. It's not fun. So I need a self-control roll to see if you get pissed off and just lash out at this thing.
Oh god, okay. What do I need to roll for that?
Typically we go off of wisdom for that, so just a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. You said 2 rolls of that, or?
Just the one, please. And you are going to subtract 3 from that roll based off of the 3 hits that hit you.
Okay. So minus 3 is 18 plus 8, 24.
Okay, is that with the minus 3 included, or just...
Yeah. No, it's not.
Okay,
it's minus
so that was... Okay, so that was a 27 minus 3, correct?
No, the 17 on the die minus 3 takes it to 14 plus 8, so that's 6 and 2, so 22.
Oh, 22. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I didn't... Yeah, I do it backwards. That's why my brain just... Okay. Excellent.
Can anyone else hear as above a whisper? It's like
he is very low.
No, he just got very quiet all of a sudden.
Yep.
He was fine earlier, but then it got quiet all of a sudden.
I don't know. Is that better?
Yep.
much better.
It
Yes.
might be distance from your mic or something.
I know I have a janky Molex cable that I haven't been able to buy a replacement for.
Oh, got you. Okay.
So
Yep.
it gets loose sometimes.
Understandable. Okay, so yeah, that being said, yeah, you managed to keep your self-control at the very least, which, thank God. The one thing I'm gonna give you now that you've focused and you're kind of in a bit of a trance here, I'm actually gonna need you to roll me one more thing. Roll me one more spellcasting roll, please.
Okie dokie. Come on.
This one, you will be getting +3 because I did give you a half extra for every shot that you did block successfully.
Okay, so that makes it a 16 on the die then, plus 8. So that's 24.
24?
Yep.
Okay. Two things happen. First, you actually manage to pinpoint one thing about your vision. You get the deep-rooted feeling that whatever you saw has not happened yet. That time frame has not passed yet.
Okay, so definitely some sort of future sight. All right.
Potentially, but you know that the time frame has not passed yet. On the flip side, you also get this funky feeling that you're kind of able to focus on the Force while fighting at this point. And while you haven't learnt the power yet, you kind of get the feeling that if you further worked on this, you might be able to eventually access a Force ability that might be linked with fighting while focusing on the Force.
Okay.
And that there might be something deeper for you to explore there, which will probably have to, be you spending time training on your downtimes and whatnot.
All right. Kodav,
Very
we'll remember this.
Please do. And remind me, because I might not. I'm kidding. So many little details, right? Okay. Good. Give me a minute. I will actually... Okay, very good. So, notes taken. Okay, so... While Kodav is training, Orta, what are you doing, good sir?
We followed similar paths because I ended up at the temple as well.
Okay.
Though I'm on a bit of a different. We're both
Mission.
basically kind of going towards the same things because I also had a vision.
Of course.
So rather than going to like the training hall, I'd probably be going to like either the library, the records area, or
Okay.
the lightsaber workshop. Depending
Okay.
on which one would help me get to like reach my. Depending on where I would need to do this. Basically, my goal is I want to spend some time sort of seeing what the individual from my vision meant when they said I was going along the right path, to see if and basically just focusing on my lightsaber and trying
Okay.
to figure out like
What he meant with what he said, basically, from what I'm understanding.
yeah.
Trying to dig in a little bit into further understanding your crystal and how to heal it.
Yeah, exactly.
If I can be so bold. Okay.
Yeah.
So question is, where do you go? Meditation hall, tool, the actual lightsaber like workroom where the workbenches and everything are, or are you going to the training area? Like which of those spots do you pick though? That will be relevant to what challenges are put before you.
Orta would want to go to the meditation hall, but I feel like it makes more sense to him to go to the lightsaber workshop, so I will go to the lightsaber workshop.
Okay. And once you go to the lightsaber workshop, what do? Do you take your lightsaber apart and take the crystal out? Do you tinker with it? Do you try to look for mods to put into it? Do you what do you do with this thing?
The closest thing would probably be to take it apart and look at the crystal, but I'm basically just trying to connect to it to see how its recovery has been going, I guess. Because
Okay.
in hindsight, I've been saying that I want to heal this kyber crystal, but I haven't actually been checking in with the patient, shall we say.
Yeah, I mean, you've noticed that things had changed colors after you had touched that, Rakton data pad, right?
Yeah.
Which, for those of you who are new with us today, is basically our resident deck of many things, where basically it's an old Rakaton relic tech, basically, that nobody really knows how to operate anymore. It just randomly appears, and if they do touch it, it basically does something, aka the deck of many things pull, and then vanishes. So, in this particular context, for those of you again who are joining us, Orta had basically pulled a card that had effectively the effect of fixing the weapon.
Purifying
And
it, yeah.
yeah, and when that happened, you did notice that the color of it had changed, right?
Yes.
But it was still doing the old Soul Saber thing of sucking in souls whenever, you would... how do I say
Heal
this?
a thing.
Whenever you would be in violent proximity to something's death, we'll call it that, to be
Yeah.
polite and politically correct. Please don't cancel us. No, I'm kidding. Gotta make the memes right. But no, jokes aside, since then, what you've noticed with regards to this thing, thankfully you haven't killed a lot since, right, this transformation had happened, and it had
That's
been
wrong.
basically more or less balanced, because you had put one good person's soul in there and one, well, we won't say horrible Sith Lord's soul in there, but we'll say horrible Sith
A
Lord's
dark
soul in
side
there.
presence and a light side presence.
There you go. And
I think
so,
we might be stretching that a little.
well,
Simplifying, it's fine.
exactly. I'm not going to recap the entire episode because it's going to take too long. But long story short, it had maintained more or less a bit of a balance since then, right? When you take it apart and you take a look at it, I'm going to need you to give me a perception check, an insight check, and we're going to start with those two, actually.
Okay.
Just vibe check the heck out of this thing,
Can I use guidance on one of those rolls? Or is that outside the realm of possibility?
I mean, is guidance for checks or saving throws?
Checks.
Then yeah, go nuts.
Okay. Then I'll use guidance on the perception check.
There's nothing wrong with letting the Force guide you, my friend.
True.
And with your spirit.
And with your spirit. I'll take it. That's 28 on the perception check. Ah, dang. 17 on the insight check.
Okay. So you've built your lightsaber before. You know how this stuff works. So you take it apart and you actually don't just look at the crystal. You actually put it under a microscope of some kind and you look at the surface of it for like cracks and fissures on the actual crystal, because if there are too many of them, it could make the crystal unstable. And there is the possibility of the weapon, just flat out detonating in the middle of combat, which could cost you an arm. Totally hasn't happened to a character. No, an
A
arm.
person.
Totally hasn't happened to a character.
No. Not in this
in
campaign.
the expanded universe or in this campaign. So as a result, you still know to be careful and take a proper look at this thing. But you also, feel it through the Force and try to gain a bit of an insight on what it is feeling. I mean, obviously it doesn't have sentient thoughts. It's a kyber crystal, but it is still a living thing, and like any living thing, it has a presence in the Force, and that does give you a little bit, again, of, pardon the pun, insight on what it's feeling and going through. So, here are the results. Looking at it under the microscope, or, visual enhancing device of your lore appropriate choosing, you will actually see that there are tiny little fissures across it. But thankfully, they're not big. They don't run the entire length of this thing, and they don't seem to have caused any form of shifting or instability when it comes to the actual shape of the overall crystal. So this is good news because it means it's basically extremely unlikely for this thing to blow up in your hands. You'd still want to be careful with it, but it doesn't seem to be a huge risk.
Right.
This is also the time I will tell you, every time you've attacked with it, I have been rolling a d100, and thankfully the dice have been in your favor.
Yeah. And I also don't attack with it that often.
No, thankfully, exactly, you don't tempt the devil too often. But yes, I have been, every time you've been attacking, rolling a d100, and checking to see if it, goes unstable and pops, but thankfully you have been safe so far. That being said, feeling for it through the Force, you actually feel something really, really cool. It's not nearly as angry feeling or hurt feeling as it was originally when you acquired it. So whatever you're doing, you've done something good. There might still be more to be done.
Right.
But funny enough, whether it be that weird data pad or your own efforts, you have done something right when it comes to fixing this thing so far, and it has definitely been on the mend. Actually, if anything, you feel that just a few more, good actions and propagating wellness and joy and happiness to the people around you, might just be what it needs to just be pushed over that edge and fully recover.
Gotcha. Orta smiles about as much as he can under the reed breather that he wears.
Yep.
And, however much the Drathos anatomy allows for smiling. With the most intense overbite in the Star Wars universe.
Okay.
And he'll sort of take that time to sort of put a little bit more confidence back in himself.
Okay.
Feel a little bit more assured that he's following his path.
You do
he
hear a
puts it-
voice deep down, and it's, deep inside that says, "We are happy we are on the right path once again. We are happy we feel better about ourselves."
I'm glad we do.
We are glad too.
Well, I don't know why I said it twice.
It's because you said, "I'm glad."
Shoot.
You know what you said.
It's
you did on
hard,
purpose.
yeah.
And now you're fine.
We
There's nothing
did it on
wrong
purpose.
with expressing a little bit of exactly of our individuality at times. Anyway, but yes, so you hear Nixie, the Hive's voice inside of you, and I mean it's part of your voice too at that point, but yeah, you can feel that there's this relief that's washing over you as an emotion coming from the Hive, as clearly the rest of you guys are quite happy that you are no longer feeling extra down about yourself. We'll call it that to be polite.
Less conflicted.
That's it. Exactly. Not as bummed out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Order will spend the rest of the time putting it back together before
Okay.
heading to the meeting place once the time comes.
Perfect. Okay. That will bring me to good old On Lee. Yeah, On Lee, what are you doing next?
I only spent a lot of time cooped up on these ships lately, or being forced to run around, kind of like we have been on Tatooine, because it was Tatooine. So Anli's just gonna go. She's just gonna go find a a bar, nothing too seedy, kind of like the blue collar worker style bar where you just kind of have that bit of the dive bar feel to it. It's not super high end, but it's not. She's not gonna get shanked for walking in there with the wrong attitude. She's going to just kind of go have a drink, enjoy a few hours.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of chat with people and kind of see about kind of the state of things right now.
Mm-hmm.
Give her an idea of what she kind of listen in on conversations, things like that. So you kind of get the state of the city right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, as far as the city is concerned, you're hearing rumors, and plenty of them, that the... How do I put this? Well, basically what seems to be on everybody's mind, tongues, and rumor mills, is the fact that the Sith Empire has just attacked several planets, including Tython. And so, what you tend to be hearing the most about right now is basically the variety of headaches or problems or byproducts of said war currently being ongoing. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Is there rumors floating around about why they were attacking?
Unfortunately not. Every person you ask seems to have a different answer to that one. Some people say it's because, it's the Sith Empire and they want to conquer the Republic. Other people say it's because, they've heard of some weird artifacts that they're trying to get their hands on. Other people will tell you that it's because they're coming to raid the Republic for some slaves to have work in their bantha farms. Other people are telling you that it's basically everybody's got their own theory, but there doesn't seem to be a consistent, grounded response as to why this is ongoing, if that makes sense.
Or one that pops up more often than the others.
Yeah, well, a few of them tend to come up more than others, but again, it's nothing that you can correlate to viable information or solid information, if you want to call it that.
She wasn't really looking for like hard information, just more of the state of the things right now, trying to understand what's been happening while they're away, because they came into the planet with this craziness happening.
Well, people are definitely afraid, and they're definitely, what's the word? Worried, like anybody would be when your country just got invaded, right?
Yeah. She's not specifically asking around about it, but as there talks about, certain gang activities popping up more than others, other things going on that are affecting more of the local area rather than the widespread planet.
If you're talking about the local area, not so much the planet itself, you're gonna hear there are some information that you're gonna hear, but most of them have to do with how the parallel economy, for lack of a better term here, has definitely been flourishing ever since that war has been declared and that the fighting has started. It's almost like, criminal elements do thrive in an economy where lawlessness is more apparent and the government is elsewhile preoccupied with bigger problems. Long story short, what that means is, criminals seem to be having a bit of an easier time these days. So illegal goods tend to be a bit easier to find. And not only that, but it seems like searches and other sort of raids and stings and verification processes at spaceports and whatnot seem to be a little less strict and a little less frequent.
Alright, so Amelie's gonna probably head back after just kind of hanging out for the hour long she has. Kind of having gathered the state that if they go and make a hit on this place, it's just as likely as another gang getting blamed as it is for someone knowing it was them. If it's done right.
Okay.
I'm guessing because I think we were doing something late at night. It's been a minute. So is it late right now, or is it kind of midday? What time of day is it?
It's like mid-afternoon. You guys got about 2-3 hours, probably like evening actually, even at this point. So you guys probably got like 2-3 hours before the appointed time. And once you do all of this stuff that you're currently doing and the bar hopping and all that stuff, you really have about an hour to kill before the appointed meeting time.
Okay. I'll just probably head back to the ship, make some dinner. That's where, when it's time to go, people are gonna find her. Boots kicked up on the table, munch on whatever she happened to make. There's still another, she probably makes an extra plate of whatever she's making for Nixie.
Okay. I mean, if you bring an extra plate of food for Nixie.
Yeah.
What do you bring Nixie for food, out of curiosity?
A second serving of whatever Aunt Lee has made. It's probably some dish that's heavy in meats.
Dish that's heavy.
So let's call it some sort of like stir fry.
Okay.
Heavy meat, a little bit of veggies.
Yep. Is it real meat or is it like synth meat?
Whatever's available on the ship.
Okay, you're making this off of the ship's food. Okay. Yeah, there's probably enough synth meat for you to make some form of a fake bantha, stir fry here.
I'll take that back. Because she's probably been on the ship for a while now to get here, she probably picked up some meat on the way. How about
Okay.
Like that?
Okay, that's fine too. Real meat?
Yeah, she'll try to pick up some real meat. However much that costs her.
Unfortunately, real meat on Coruscant is expensive as all hell. 500 credits.
That's fine.
Okay. And you'll still make the stir fry for her and everything?
Yeah.
Okay. I will not make you roll for cooking. That's fine. I'm not going to be that guy.
You can. You absolutely can.
No, that's fine, but I will ask you this. Canonically, in character, is she a good cook?
Eh.
Okay, well, if it's then I will make you roll.
Okay. I feel like she's probably cooked for most of her life, but she probably doesn't have a lot of care in how it comes out.
Okay, so you're used to cooking, but not, very caring about flavor.
Yeah.
In that case, give
So
me...
flavor can go anywhere between, yeah, this is really good, and yeah, that kind of sucked.
Yeah, yeah, I get you.
But it's definitely not raw.
No, of course not. Can you give me here, I'll give you a choice, because there is no cooking skill, obviously, here. Since, cooking can be approached in a very scientific manner, you can either give me a medicine roll.
Okay.
If you're using, your old Uncle Wookiee from Kashyyyk's, traditional recipe that you learned as a kid, you can give me a lore roll. And if you're just winging it randomly here... Actually, no, never mind. You've hunted and everything, too. You've probably cooked over a campfire in your younger days, too. You can also give me a survival roll. I'll allow any of those three. Let's go with that.
Smart choice would be with survival. But who says I'm smart around here? The lore just sounds interesting, so let's go with that one.
Okay. Uncle Wookiee stir fry. Let's go. Uncle Wook Wook.
Alright, that's actually intelligence based, which is way worse for me. That's just going to be a 16.
Okay, yeah, you know what? Surprisingly enough, though, it does come out like you remember it. It does come out like old Uncle Wook Wook's, stir fry. Which, I mean, stir fry is a very generous calling for it. It's more like shoving the meat and a bunch of veggies in a pan and just frying them in the meat juice until everything is cooked enough that, you don't risk catching the average the average digestive bug. No Minox bursting out of your, digestive system a la Alien. Not that Minox ever would, survive or develop in your digestive system, but you get the idea. You're basically effectively left with a very, I mean, again, this is not a 5-star, Emperor's Chef level, meal, but it's definitely very passable for what it is. You did not insult the meat and butcher it, put it that way, and destroy it.
Oversalt it.
Yeah, no, exactly. Or, confuse the salt and the sugar and, oh yeah, look, here is a sweet meat dish. Oh, it was totally on purpose. Anyway, no, good meal, well done. Again, tasting it, you realize, yeah, no, this is definitely the old uncle's recipe here. So my question to you now is, now that this is done, you bring it to Nixie, correct?
Mm-hmm. Nixie was always hungry, so she's just kind of become a... Yeah.
So she looks at you when you bring the meal, right, and kind of uncoils from the reactor core a little bit here. And kind of grabs the meal from you with her two more human-looking appendages and not, the scything talons that she's got sticking out of her shoulders. She chitters something at you, her multifaceted alien eyes looking straight at you, right? And after a little bit, she eats the meal. You can see her antennae on top of her head just kind of flitter with what you can assume is happiness or interest, right? And after a few minutes, she kind of coils around the ship again, or rummages around the engine room a little bit here. The engineering room, should I say, and presents you with what looks like... You're not actually sure what the actual gear piece is, but it's probably a part of shielding or something that would be used to shield, maybe a heatsink or something, right? To shield an actual heatsink. But it's like a dome made out of metal, right? And she flips it, almost using it like a cup, and kind of like rolls a weird liquid into the thing and presents it to you. Almost as a thank you for the meal,
Yeah.
By the way, Orta, while this is happening, you don't really get like feelings or noises, but you have the weirdest of like tastes on your tongue, almost like stir fry.
When she presents this to me, does she look like she wants me to do something with it other than take it? Can I insight Nixie?
Yeah, go for it.
What she's trying to do to me.
Sure, go for it.
Join the hive.
I got a whole 12 for that one.
It seems like she's reciprocating your gift with a gift of her own, as it does seem like she wants you to drink it.
Fuck it, she's done weirder.
Join the
Okay.
hive. Join the hive.
I feel like in her years of living on the Wookiee homeland, she's done weirder.
Real quick, was Only with us? Only was with us when we met Nixie, right?
No.
No.
I think it
wasn't
was
on me yet?
after.
It was
Yeah.
was it after?
Or was it? I don't remember actually. Wait one sec.
No, Only was there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kashyyyk first, and then you guys went to Typhara. So yeah, I think she was with you. Yes, correct.
Yep.
Then
However, I don't know if she was present or conscious when you bonded with Nixie.
I was watching the door.
Wait, no! Nixie was before Typhara. Wait, no, so Typhara was before Kashyyyk.
No, because that's where we met the dude that
That's where we
I had to go
met
back
Darth
and kill.
Angie.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
you're right. Jesus.
And Ollie would
Gosh.
not leave her alone and pretty much...
No, you're right. It was
some shit.
Kashyyyk first, then Typhara right after. You're right. Sorry, this is like months ago. Okay, so yeah, no, exactly. You weren't there when Nixie hatched and the bonding process, but you were there when
The original.
the egg was acquired, put
Kool-Aid.
it that way.
What else did I drink? Yeah.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
That being well, I don't think Only really clearly remembers how you bonded with Nixie's predecessor.
Yeah.
She was not paying that much attention.
Fair enough, yeah. Drink the Kool-Aid.
She'll drink the weird liquid.
Okay.
For better or worse.
I need...
I swear to God, if you say death save.
No, I'm gonna need a Constitution saving throw first. Then we'll do the death saves.
Con save. How's a 25 do ya?
It burns going down, but you've had some worse, drinks at the cantina, put it that way.
Yeah.
I need a wisdom saving throw next. This one's important.
Don't say that, my dice. Yeah, I had to fucking say it was important. 3.
How much?
3.
30?
3.
Oh, I had 30. I was like, damn! 30!
I rolled a 2 and I have a plus
3.
1.
Alright.
Yeah, I got 30.
I got 30. I totally got 30. It was a nat 20. I promise, I swear. Also, my modifier was 3 times higher.
Plus 10,
than
and I
usual.
have a modifier of 1.
Right.
Oh, dear.
So, at that particular moment, your nose starts to bleed. Only.
Yeah.
As your mind expands and unfolds in ways you were not expecting it to today, a few things are gonna happen because the hive mind's presence here is so massive, it kind of jolts you mentally. You know what I'm saying? A few things are gonna happen to you here because it will affect you slightly different than Orta. He had succeeded here when this happened. First of all, thankfully, you will not be personality wiped. I'm not going to do that to you guys. That's not the point. But your mental resilience will be affected. And what that means, I will tell you when, but on certain specific checks or saves in the future that will have to do with decision making, I will not tell you how to make your decisions, I reassure you.
Yeah.
Some checks will, however, be a little bit harder depending on what you want to do and how it either aligns or goes against the interests of the hive. But it will not, I'll not tell you what to do or not to do, just the DC might vary, put it that way. So fair warning in advance, just so you understand that. It won't be impossible, ever, but some DC choices might be slightly harder, okay? However, whenever you are going to be mentally assaulted by something coming from the outside of the hive, it will come to your aid. And what that means is you'll actually get a bonus or a slightly lower DC when you're attempting to resist mind control effects. Okay?
Not a bad thing to have on a barbarian.
Yeah, it just depends on when and how. That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
If it goes against what the hive wants, or, the hive is helping you, you get a buff. If the hive wants the thing to happen, you get a debuff. So there's going to be a bit of an alignment thing going on with that. Again, I'm keeping track of your good and naughty points here. Reflectively as well, when it comes to this stuff, whatever you do will also influence the hive. However, because you failed this check, it will influence the hive a lot less than Orta's decision-making processes.
Alright. That's fair. Might not be a bad thing. Considering how the whole battle thing is to go into a range, we don't really want that shoved into Nixie.
Not at an influential level.
Well, that's the third thing I was gonna say. The next thing that happens to both of you is you hear a pop in your head as the connection is established.
We are Hive.
And you basically realize you are hearing all sorts of thoughts, including Orta's.
Gross.
Only?
Who knows?
And Orta, you're aware something just popped into the hive mind. Not who yet, but you are aware something popped into the hive mind.
I think Onley's gonna sit there for a minute, just trying to sort out what's happening.
Okay. And Orta, you're capable of immediately putting two and two together. She offered Nixie food. She basically helped Nixie survive. She has defended Nixie physically and the rest of the crew, including you, which means her indirectly, through the hive. And she has viewed at this point On Lee as an effective protector and an effective member of our group. And when she brought it sustenance, the hive decided, well, it brings us food and it defends us. It makes for an effective combat drone. We want it as part of the hive.
Not
Yep.
bad decision making, but yeah.
We have made a friend. We are happy.
I need a drink.
We need a drink too. Drinks are fun. Drinks makes us feel fuzzy inside. We like drinks. You guys get that?
Through Onley's
Yeah, she got that through Onley's memories.
I'm sitting here wondering if she's had too many drinks right now.
We did not have too many drinks, but we look forward to having too many drinks and experiencing what we now know as being drunk. And you can see this insectoid queen just looking at you at this point, by the way, and going, "We welcome you." And you can tell that this is her, whoever else is part of the hive, and Orta all melded into one voice here at this point. Well, maybe not Orta's voice, but she speaks for the hive, basically, at this point.
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't want to take agency away from you there, Orta, my bad. But yeah.
That's all good.
Actually, would Orta join in welcoming here, or is Orta's voice silent on that one? That's actually a really good question.
Or...
You're allowed to disagree. Again.
Thing is, Orta doesn't really want, like, people to join the hive, either A, unwittingly, or B, unwillingly.
Well, here's a question. How does... what vibes do you get off of Only? Only, how do you feel now that you've done this and you've kind of... It's sinking in what happened to you now?
It's a mix of, ah, fuck. And, and kind of a sense of pride that Nixie actually felt like she wanted Only.
So you feel the oh fuck and the whole I'm happy that she wanted us to be a part of this feeling coming from Only, Orta.
It was a nice gesture, but oh fuck. Just like being able to hear Nixie though, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. You get to understand Nixie now. We don't need sending her message to talk to each other anymore.
We are also happy that we can understand each other now. Or understand ourselves now.
I think Orta's just vaguely is just a little too stunned to be able to respond to the welcome to the Discord channel ping.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Although there seems to have had been a small misunderstanding, we are extremely happy that you have decided to join us.
Probably need to be a little bit more clear to people when you're offering to let them join.
We unfortunately did explain, and you can tell that she did. Unfortunately, it seems that our voice did not reach us before we melded.
Maybe we get you a bowl with a sign on it so you can't be misunderstood.
Nice little contract.
We think this might be a good idea.
She does have hands.
We will work on that.
I think we are in agreement. I will have this entire party speaking in we by the end of this campaign.
We will have this entire party speaking in we at the end of this
My
entire
apologies, yes,
campaign.
correct. Sorry, thank you for the correction. We made a small mistake here. We apologize.
We're only a part of everything.
Sorry, we are all the insectoid. My apologies here. All right.
I think a very stunned Anli is going to head back to her room to process
Right.
what we are doing.
Exactly. And we will spend a bit of time explaining everything to Only as, speaking of process, I do believe it is quite the time for a small break. So if you guys are good with that, let us go on a small break. We will be back in about 10 minutes to have some more fun and adventures with these Tales of the Outer Rim. So break time, bathroom time, etc., and we shall return shortly. Okay, and we are live once again. I live
Alive.
again.
Hello. We are live.
We are.
Lies and slander, lies and slander. We are here.
Why does this hit different now that we've got on Liam the Hive Mind?
It's a solid like 40%.
Right? We are live. The single
We are here.
entity, the single brain cell is live.
Jeez.
I always claim to be the voices in your head.
Yup. Alright. Bets are open if Mibble or Azrin is going to be the next one to join the Hive Mind.
Oh, jeez.
Azrin,
What? Oh.
Kodav knows way better than to drink anything Nixie offers.
Right.
Okay, we'll just slip it into your drink.
Sorry, they have a bad influence on the hive mind now.
And
All right,
so I'm guessing now Kodav is now one-eye moody.
right, literally. Why Moody? That's great. Oh my god, I could see it too, like with the attitude and everything. Oh no. Oh no. What have we done?
I don't know what you're talking about. Only's a perfectly good influence.
Absolutely.
She's mostly a nice person.
Mostly is the key word here.
And by whose definition, nice?
I mean, we liked Nixie enough to invite. We liked Only to invite them into the hive. Names start blurring together once you join.
We understand. We are a perfectly good influence on ourselves. Because we are mostly a nice person
we
by our own
enjoy
standards.
having fun. We are not chaotic at all.
By the way, we now know more about alcohol than we did originally. How does that work now when we get drunk? Do we all get drunk? We should test this out.
We agree. This sounds like we would have a lot of fun with it.
We need answers to these questions.
We don't need to be under the influence of anything.
We think we should do it for science.
We think we already kind of are.
We think we have outvoted the part of us that says we should be reasonable.
Oh,
We think
no.
that part can't tell us what to do because we're not our supervisor.
We're not our own supervisors.
Objectively speaking, we are.
Objectively, we're not wrong. Unfortunately, we will not listen to our good advice. And for everybody at home right now who's having a headache, we don't apologize. Deal with it. All right. So
You tuned in. You brought this chaos on yourself.
I'm probably crying a little bit right now. Y'all just can't see it.
We might be as well.
We can't see it.
Ay. We love this.
All right, so what were we doing? Sorry.
Well, that's the $1 million question, isn't it? What are we doing now?
I don't have anything to offer. Right? We don't have it. Yeah.
We don't, but we do.
Okay. Well, if we don't know what to do, then we will make suggestions. But before we make any suggestions, back to you, Azrin. What are you up to right now? What is Kodav up to as you've gleaned this information?
Kodav is basically gonna take the helmet, put it back, in the racks. And then I was thinking about healing myself, but he wants the pain from the hits to linger as a reminder.
I'm just like pointage, duly noted. +2 to the dark side points.
Not necessarily dark side, but I mean,
I'm just having fun with it. If you remember Darth Bane, I don't know if you've ever read anything about Darth Bane, or even Scion from Knights of the Old Republic 2. His whole thing was about like pain being a motivator and a memory and a blah blah blah. So I'm just laughing because it gives us back some flavor from the old Knights of the Old Republic games. My apologies. Sorry, keep going. Not necessarily. You were saying not necessarily dark side. Yes.
Yeah. He's just gonna put pack up. Is there anyone around watching per se? He would be interested to see if he caught the interest of anyone in the training facility.
Oh well, give me perception and an insight check.
Okay. Use you for perception. Use you for insight. What are my rolls? Perception. Where's my perception at? Oh, there we go. Nope, that's not it. I'm really blind today. Oh, there we go. I'm used to a different character sheet. Let's see. So it's 5. So, alright, so perception, not that great. That's 15. And insight, also +5. That's a 21.
Okay. You look around and you realize that no, actually, funny enough, it does not seem like people were paying that much attention to you. Sorry. As no, you're good.
Right. That's cool. He's just more concerned that no inadvertent or actually unsolicited information makes his way to his aunt.
Get right.
That he knows
I mean,
of.
here's the funny thing is, with what you rolled, I can tell you this. While nobody really seems to pay attention to you, with regards to that, I mean, it is a training facility. There are cameras. Hopefully,
Yeah.
however, your aunt is busy enough that she's not going to go through them.
Yeah. But yeah, so I guess he'll make his way to the ship. I mean, actually, no. When he's done, he's just gonna go on the comm and go, where are we meeting?
That's the $1 million question. Where are we meeting?
And that's just a blast to the whole group.
Okay. So you all receive the whole "where are we meeting" ping here, and that's the question: where are we meeting?
Hey, you guys tell me. I've been away for a little while.
I don't know, back at the ship.
Yeah, seems like a good enough starting point.
We should
Okay.
meet back at the ship.
So there we go.
We're on our way.
Yes, we should.
That way we can make a plan.
Good.
Are you okay, Anli?
We are fine.
You sure? Kind of talking strange.
We didn't have a few drinks at the bar. We did have a few drinks.
Okay.
This is on audio on the comms, I'm presuming.
Oh, this is audio. It's not as deadpan.
Okay.
I thought it
Still,
was text message, which is why I was using deadpan.
yeah, Kodav will have suspicions, but he won't say anything. The whole, third party reference is telltale sign of not great things.
Yeah. The royal we is always a bad sign.
What are we talking about? We is fine.
We is fine. Objection, Your Honor.
It was phrased that way on purpose.
Oh lordy.
Right, Kodav is gonna make his way to the ship.
Same.
Kodav, you get back to the ship, and well, this is what's ongoing. You come back to the ship, to see everybody there. If question, I know Ziva's been having slight difficulties right now. Are you, per any chance, back, or are we still AFK? No problem if you are, just to know so I know where to go. Still
better
AFK.
answer.
Okay. Yep. No problem. Yeah, the joy of being a mother of a young child. Unfortunately, sometimes it's a little difficult. No issue, but just yeah. So that being said, on that note, yeah, you guys all meet up at the ship, to sort of start the whole planning sequence here for this little adventure of yours. As you know, Ziva does want to get her hands on the records from the auction house, and you were invited by the auctioneer to meet at a later date to potentially acquire either some of that data or even some of the exotic livestock slaves that these underground tradesmen, or not to say exchange criminals, were looking to offload. So, knowing all of that information, how do you guys plan on going about all this? If anything.
Do we need anything special for Mibble to access these records?
Well, that's a question you
We
should
know
be asking Nibble.
where in the place these records are held.
Well, I mean, would Mibble need to be at a terminal, or would he need to, like, basically, can he do a remote hack? Like,
Okay.
Kodab doesn't, the level of sophistication needed for accessing their network.
I think we can't get these records a little bit more diplomatically.
Okay. Can I get a tech roll from you, Mibble? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
So say, have you ever diplomatically received records from a black market?
Hey, you never know.
Typically, it's ill-advised. Leaks like that are usually plugged pretty quick and violently.
Okay. Can I get a tech roll from you, Mibble, real quick?
From who?
You. Can I get a tech
Me?
roll?
Okay. Nat Kraken plus 13.
All right. So, two things. First of all, something of that level, you realize two things. One, accessing it will not be possible from outside this place. Their auctioning system probably works on a closed circuit that sends out burst transmission of information to designated subservers, and those things are basically what then reroute the information to the relevant clients when something has been purchased or sold. Long story short, it's a practically hopeless situation to try to get into that server from the outside. Second, the information itself is probably hosted on some form of centralized system and or server, and you'd have to access that. Chances are, though, that's probably the most guarded place in the entire building because it's what their whole profit model functions off of.
So yeah, this is going to be difficult.
And yeah, there's no way they're handing you a copy of that willingly, as far as you can tell anyway. Not the whole thing anyway.
So how are we going to go about this?
It's the question, how do you guys want to do this? Only you've been there a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you can help them come up with a bit of a plan if you remember anything about the conversations that we had last time. Because I did drop a few hints.
The key is I have to remember those.
Correct. What, you mean you didn't take notes, unlike me, who flawlessly took notes about the last session?
Do you know what most of my notes are for this entire campaign? What songs to play when I was running the stream.
Not wrong.
And they still sucked, so.
Now. Don't shoot yourself in the foot like that. But yes. So.
Yeah, I was not great at keeping things with what was happening, so. It is what it is.
Okay, so.
She'll start by mapping out the general layout of the building and kind of marking off where the more secure doors were, where the goods were held, what terminals she saw. She'll explain about the main terminal that shows like at the tables that shows how you can access the restricted list of goods. Yeah, definitely marking off the more secure doors, and anyone that I don't know if you want a history roll or something like that to tell what she can remember of where people could have been that were placed there for security reasons other than the barkeep. She knows the barkeep couldn't have been there alone.
Sure, let's go with that.
Okay.
We'll see if the dice are kinder than the human memory.
Yeah. I'm realizing I don't see history on our list anymore.
Lore will work.
Lore. Okay, that's right. 18. The dice were far kinder than earlier.
Yeah. So you rake your memory, and you know what? Funny enough, you can't really tell as far as additional security measures would be concerned.
Yeah. So she'll share the thought that there has to be more than just the barkeep keeping an eye on things. However, I couldn't pick them out of the crowds. Don't know if they're seated at other tables, if they're discreetly placed around the building, but they didn't stand out.
Well, I gotta get to the main terminal, aka server, in order to get what's likely needed.
I mean, I don't really pay too much to the techie stuff, but I can tell you where the few terminals I saw were. I mean, obviously there's the one at the main bar.
Not gonna be out in plain sight.
So,
if I remember correctly, there's one back in that back room. She'll kind of mark off where I do remember seeing it back there. If I'm right?
Correct. There is, and exactly, and you do know there is a back room. Unfortunately, you don't really know what additional security measures they might have in the actual back room. But funny enough, you do remember that the front room, as far as you're concerned, does not seem to have an extraordinary amount of protection, at least as far as you could have told.
When we were in there after hours, there wasn't a lot of other people around, which tells me it's maybe more tech that's guarding the place than it is physical bodies. I could be wrong, though.
Fewer people, fewer need for guards, you think?
Yeah, something that more alerts nearby members? I don't know.
Good question. That will be for you guys to find out. But what you do remember, and like I said, and what you did see, is that you do have to go through that main room to get to that back room, as far as you're concerned anyway. However, can I get an insight check from all of you?
Insights.
All of us?
Knack racking.
Okay.
For... 21.
Okay. Everybody else who decides to participate in this?
8.
Okay.
I got a
4, but yeah.
16. Bad roll on my part.
Okay, so Mibble, and even Orta to some degree here, you're able to put 2 and 2 together in one form. There is one thing.
Actually, in hindsight, I don't think Orta would roll just because I don't think he's. If we're actually inside the building that this is occurring, he realistically.
This is a logic
Oh,
thing.
shit.
That's why I
Okay.
asked for. That's why I asked for
Okay.
insight, because it's a logic thing.
Gotcha.
You guys are able to put together that this is a criminal organization, right? There's no way they're going to carry illegal things in and out in front of a whole crowd.
Mhm.
There might be another way in.
We're gonna have to scope out the building a little bit better.
Seems sound.
It'd be a little suspicious if Ziva and myself go back there to scope out the building. We've been in there once and already interacted with the barkeep.
They're looking out for you now.
Yeah, if we start circling the building, they're gonna know real fast what we're up to.
Okay. Can I get another insight roll from everybody, real quick?
How bad this dice wants to screw me over.
That's a better roll. I'll take a 27.
I like
I got
that,
a 9.
14.
19.
Only's the muscle, not the idea person.
Yep.
The dice confirm.
Okay. So, that being said, you guys also think about what Only just said, and there is some logic to what she said when she said, though, that it was probably more tech guarding the place. And some of you, at least the ones who got over 15, come to the conclusion that not only is this the case, they probably have some form of automated defenses, either turrets or droids or something electronic protecting the place, and not just, detectors and whatnot. So, whatever you guys do go and face there, there's a high probability indeed that it is going to be something robotic or electronic in nature, which means at the end of the day that ion weaponry might work in your favor. That is all I'm going to say. But yeah, you get it.
Our backs fix all. That's what Only thinks. Her mind starts wandering to maybe I should sharpen my axe before we leave.
Right. At least, I have not met a problem that a sufficient application of axe to the face has not fixed.
And I say this out loud because Orna's now connected to the Discord. She's now connected to the Discord call with Orna. So he's hearing that in the background.
Like, what the fuck?
Well, Bibble also sort of leans over to Only and pushes this little parcel that that robot made for him over towards her and says, "These might come in handy for you."
Look inside the parcel. Are these the stems?
Yes.
How do I explain her reaction to this? Because now I have to describe internal and external reaction. She's going to frown at the package. Or she's kind of pissed.
Orda stands up to see what is in the package. Like,
they're the stems. I don't need performance-enhancing drugs, thank you.
I'm just saying, just in case they come in handy.
I have seen people become highly addicted to using these things to the point where they can't do anything without them, or they feel like they can't because it gives them too big of a boost. I think I'll pass.
All right. How about you, Arta?
I'm adamantly against these substances by manner of virtue, even. It's never sat well with me.
But good kids
Highly
Logic,
addictive
just in case
substances.
they're needed.
Just offered the athlete performance-enhancing drugs, like, hey, you might need this.
Here's some steroids.
I'm just saying.
You're not strong enough on your own. You might need. I know what you mean.
No, I know you're pretty strong. You're just very strong. It's just
the internal dialogue of Only for Orda's purposes.
Fair.
Yeah.
Oh god. This is going to get very confusing.
Right.
Sorry.
Nah, that's funny.
Yeah. Internally, Only is sitting here kind of like, are you serious? This is kind of insulting.
All right, sorry. I'm just saying.
Why don't you hold on to them? They're yours after all.
Yep, I'll hold on to them in case they're needed in other ways.
Okay.
Nothing. So from what I understand, we need to scope out the building. The two people who would be best fit for scoping out the building can no longer scope out the building.
And from a distance, I do see very well from a distance. The rooftop a few buildings over, but that's not going to give me details on what lies behind doors, things like that.
Right.
And quite frankly, the two of you stick out like sore thumbs. Are quite give off very, and I know, don't say it, Jedi vibes.
Your head, you hear, well, of course I do, I'm a Jedi.
And then you just hear the hive mind.
We are a Jedi.
We now know that nobody likes a narc.
Not wrong.
We know.
I mean, Orch has never been a snitch, so it's fine anyways.
No, it's fine.
So that only really lives Nibble, but I'm not comfortable sending him in alone. Need some sort of backup plan or a way he can get a signal out to call for help if something goes sideways on him. But again, even if I can keep an eye from a distance, it doesn't help with we're at a distance. Guess we could try to change outfits, maybe? Maybe we could dress Orta up in something else. And mental image of Orta trying to change clothes to look more rough and tumble, and it's not working well. Keeps defaulting back to what he usually wears.
Just potato sack. That's what rough and tumble looks like, right?
We think the Narshada beggar look suits you.
We are so much more well traveled.
Suits us, my bad.
It's not that well traveled, so that's not coming for me. That's all you.
Plot twist, it's neither of you. She got it somewhere else. You just don't know.
Yeah, a different person that was a different being that was introduced to the hive at some point.
That's just not there anymore, yo.
Yep.
Perhaps one of the scumbags you left on Tatooine.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
Perfect someone to blame when she gets bad ideas.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
So, from what I've heard so far, only on the rooftops, at the very least, a scout.
Definitely a few buildings away, because she can see really far.
Yep. Looking, as I understood it, for a potential entry point, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Nibble could probably get on top of the closer buildings and look as well, see if you could pinpoint it a little bit better as well.
Cool. Sure. No problem.
This would keep him out of the sight of anybody, and just like do like a stealth scout around it.
Could use Force Enlightenment to help have the Force basically help guide one of you two in the scouting process.
Okay.
Are we going to guide ourselves?
We might.
You're reminded that you guys have approximately an hour before the appointed meeting time.
Indeed.
Yeah, let's get moving.
Mhm.
The best
Yeah.
plan we can come up with is just look. Let's go take looks.
Okay. Excellent.
I'll take the moment to cast. Yeah, I'll just cast Force Enlightenment on Only, so that they have advantage. If they're spotting, then I would want to give them advantage on Wisdom checks. Well, would these be? Would this fall into the realm of perception or investigation? Our actions right now.
Feel like it.
Investigation is when you're looking for something specific, usually with me, or attempting like details of some kind. If you're just basically looking for whatever catches your eye, that'll fall more into perception.
So realistically, it's probably Only doing like perception to sort of see if they spot anything particularly intriguing around the building.
That's
While it
correct.
would
If you're
be
looking like
in-
specifically for an entrance, though, I would have that maybe fall more into investigation if you're looking for like a clue inside the building, or yeah, exactly.
So Mibble would probably be like investigating the areas that the points of interest that Only would spot.
Something like that, yeah. That would make sense.
Alright.
I'd be good with that.
All right.
Yeah, and I'll give Force Enlightenment Wisdom to Only to give them advantage on perception and all Wisdom checks really.
Okay, excellent.
And my intelligence is already maxed out, so.
I was kind of trying to balance it out because no offense, after that Wisdom save.
It was a 2, okay? 2 on the die for a total of 3. What do you mean by wisdom save?
Nothing. Yeah, that's what
My
I do.
wisdom saves
and
are perfectly fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I do that, and then I will leave them to do the spotting.
Alright. So Onley will be... She'll try and find a spot that's... Doesn't take too long to get into because we don't have a lot of time to this, but we'll give her a good angle down towards the building. She doesn't really care too much about how far away it is, more of a good angle. It's something where maybe she could hop to another rooftop as need be if it allows her to look around another corner. Focusing on like the back of the building and the sides.
Nibble will probably find an alleyway before heading on top of some of the buildings that are closer by.
Okay. So, Orta, you go up the building.
Nibble.
Well, isn't Orta going up with you to... Oh, no, he's going up with Only. Sorry, I got confused for a sec there. Okay. So, yeah, Only is going to go up one building with Orta, and Mibble, you're going up a closer building, right? I got that right?
Yep.
Okay. So, you go up the closer building. Funny enough, this building at least is easy of access. It's more of a public building, basically. Mix of stores and apartments and whatnot. So, again, fairly easy to navigate, especially for one of your talents. I'm not even going to make you roll for the paltry security of the lower levels of that building. You get through that like a knife through butter. Your modifier is higher than the skill check.
And I also got skills for hiding from cameras and as well like jet jump.
Okay, would you like to use those so that you're not seen by the cameras?
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure to deduct the appropriate tech points, if any are required at all. And yeah, you managed to get to the top of that building without even being seen by the cameras. Orta, Only, what do you guys do on your end?
My intent was more to give Force enlightenment. So if it makes more sense to stick with, I will stick with.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so this was not from your AoE check. This was a
No.
buff that you just leave with her and she can just go up with. Okay, then yeah, you can just
Yeah.
stay down after buffing her. That's fine.
Yeah.
Only you were going for that, long distance visualization here of the area. How do you get to the top of the building? Of your respective building?
Depends on the building. If it's a more private building, she'll probably try and scale up the outside of the building.
Okay.
If not, if it's more public, she'll just try to weave her way through and try and find like appropriate time to duck away, try not to be too obvious about it, but yeah.
It is fairly public. Private. Sorry, I can't English. It is fairly private. In the sense that it does have like a limited access. You would need to like either break your way in or hack your way through the door. It's not like you could just walk in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my question to you is, do you choose the whole like weave your way in thing, going in with everybody else and trying to like go in with someone else that like lives there and just be like, oh shit, I forgot my key, can you let me in, kind of deal? Or are you going to try to scale the building from what you said? What are we doing?
If she watches for like 10 minutes, does she see a few people going in and out, or does it seem like it's not really a lot of people?
Sorry, repeat that?
She'll probably watch the entranceway she'll probably give it, I'll correct myself. She'll probably give it 10 minutes, and if she sees an opportunity to be like, oh hey, I forgot my key,
Yep.
She'll do that. Otherwise, she's going to scale the building. She's only given it about 10 minutes. No one comes by, no one comes by.
Okay, let me roll. Actually, you roll. Give me percentile.
Just like it when my dice likes to betray me. 67.
No, congratulations. You do see somebody about to cross. I mean, there's quite a bit of foot traffic there regardless, but yeah, you do see somebody about to go through the door. It's somebody who seems that they came back from the market or something. Their arms are loaded with grocery bags and whatnot, and they're fumbling for their key, trying to get the door open.
Let me give you a hand. I'm visiting a friend, and I forgot the key card that they gave me to get back in. Let me use yours, and I can hold the door for you.
Give me a persuasion roll. See how suspicious you look.
Persuasion is gonna be an 18.
Okay, do you have your axe on your back right now?
I want to say no, but the answer is always.
Do you look like a walking armory right now?
She doesn't leave without it.
So they'll look at you, and they'll say, you know what? Look, no offense, but you look a little weird. If you don't have a card, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna let you in.
Oh, this is just habit. It came from Tatooine, and you just walk around with weapons there. It's just, you don't. It's too dangerous not to.
Okay, persuasion at a disadvantage then.
Okay, we can manage that. 19.
Okay. They look at you. Dice giveth, dice taketh, eh? Give me a minute. Yeah, no. She looks at you, and her look softens a little bit, and she says, "You know, if you come from that shithole, I can understand why you'd like to be careful, but you know what? Just this once, then you make sure you wave at the camera on the way in, all right? Like that, if ever there's a problem, they can ID you."
Will do. And I'll grab her key
She'll-
card. I'll make sure to hold
Yep.
the door for her first so that she can go in.
She actually gives you one of the like bags and grabs the key card out herself, opens the door,
Okay.
beeps it, kind of nods you in and motions to grab her bag back off of you.
Thank you. Good luck getting back up with all your stuff. And I'll start heading up the stairs.
She nods and she makes sure that you pass in front of the camera on the way up.
Omni will not give two shits about the camera.
Nope, that's fine. I'm just saying she's just watching out for, in her mind, her own building, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, yeah, so you managed to get in. I'm assuming in this case, you're going to the top floor.
Yeah. Oh, yep, I'm looking for roof access.
Okay. You get to the roof. There is indeed roof access there. So yeah, you make it all the way to the roof.
Alright. I'm going to start scoping out that building, just trying to see what's going on. Looking
Very
for
good.
any points of interest, anything that looks like it's either an obvious entrance to the back or a more... She's really more caring, but more hidden interest.
So here's the funny thing. It's not so much that it's a hidden entrance to the back, as much as it's a more difficult entrance via the back. And what I mean by that is that there is no pedestrian access to the back, to that back door in particular. You realize whatever shipments this place gets must be arriving via either a airspeeder or some form of ship or whatnot, because the building is outfitted with a landing platform in the back that is not connected to ground traffic. Basically, you can't just walk up to it. You'd have to get there either by scaling the building, paragliding there, or landing there with a ship or hovercraft of your own. Some methods, of course, are more likely to attract attention than others.
She's not going to take a picture or anything like that because that's going to be way too obvious of what she's doing.
Okay.
She will kind of like pace to the other side of the roof and just kind of make a, in case there's cameras and other things that are picking her up, she wants to make a show of just kind of relaxing on the roof for a little bit, just kind of like someone trying to let out some tension a little bit before they go back inside.
Okay.
The equivalent of a smoke break without actually smoking.
Understandably, yeah. Give me a performance roll.
Performance. Something I'm very good at. A 23.
Yeah, you didn't smoke, but people could have sworn you were taking a smoke.
Yeah. Yes, the gladiator for a performance, okay?
No, I like it. This is great.
After a few minutes, she'll head back down and out the front and go back towards the ship. And she'll send like a quick note, like a quick message, just letting everyone know she's heading back to the ship. She got eyes on the entrance. Just like a text message.
Excellent. You guys get a text message that she's found an entry point.
Okay.
Including you, Mibble, and the entry point is as I described earlier.
Okay. Do I have to do anything to get a better look at the area, see if any cameras or where they are and whatnot?
Yeah, give me an investigation. For security measures.
And that's gonna be a 21.
Okay. You can't pinpoint every last defense, but you can tell two things. The landing pad does have a couple of cameras pointed at it. And embedded in the wall next to the doors, there's two for lack of a better term, there's two panels off the walls that seems like they could remove themselves, and you're thinking either bolt holes or potentially turret mounts. Again, hard to tell what it is from that distance. Hell, you're lucky you even managed to see, those lines in the first place. But yeah, this back end seems like that if triggered, the defenses on the back there are probably more than capable of resisting any forced entry. So if there is going to be entry from the back, it is to be done with care, for lack of better terminology here. Don't do the dumb.
Okay. I guess that's all I could see from there in the time given.
Yep, for now anyway. Yep.
All right.
Very good.
I head back to the alleyway, use my hide from cameras, and return.
Very good. Okay.
Once everyone's there, Audley's just gonna be like, guess I'm not gonna like this.
Indeed, it is quite troublesome.
And she'll kind of just
How do we
got
intend to
mental
get
image.
there?
And Mibble puts in his little scouting information.
Yeah. I mean, myself and Ziva have to make it to the meeting itself, but maybe a few of you can enter through the back way and offer support, or be able to hack in and get the information while we're having that meeting. I don't know what to call it.
That would be a showing.
Okay. Yep, sorry, keep going. So you're describing to them what you guys saw, or
Yeah, I mean, Only describes it more to get some mental image.
Yeah.
Unintentional.
And Mibble puts in his information.
okay. So yeah, you guys figured out there is a way in through the back, which has more automated defenses than anything else. Might be easier to enter if entered stealthily, but will provoke a sizable response if you guys go through there and are caught. The front is very heavily defended, though you don't know by what. You can speculate, again, by inorganic and technological means. And of course, security there is probably higher and harder to get through, but the response might be slightly less nuclear if you are caught. So the question is going to be with regards to how you decide to, I don't want to say penetrate, but decide how you're going to decide to, get in there and approach this puzzle, if we want to call it that, or this situation, if you want to call it that. That being said, considering we are unfortunately a man down tonight, and you guys might want to finalize those decisions with Ziva when she does come back, do you guys want to just maybe pause here and continue in 2 weeks from now, or do you guys want to just keep going? It's entirely up to you guys.
I'd personally say pause for the time being, especially since this was something that Ziva was intent on doing.
Yep.
Just because of the whole
Same.
character arc aspect, if that's all good.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's kind of her.
Okay.
It's kind of her thing.
Yeah.
exactly.
So if you guys don't mind, in that case, we'll take a quick pause here. We'll try to be back in 2 weeks, though I'm thinking maybe what we could do is do it in 3 instead. I'll talk to Ziva about it and everything first. to Zoro about it first. Everything. We'll go into the details later, but we might just switch it to the opposite week because that week she has more time in the evening, and it might just be a little easier for everybody involved if that's all the same. So we'll get back to everybody on that for the scheduling and everything. But for now, our schedule aside. We do have other shows. We have Rojan, who runs Destiny Forged on Mondays, which is the 4th season of the flagship show of the channel. You do also have what's it called? Well, obviously us, Tales of the Outer Rim on alternating Tuesdays. Though again, like I said, this one might be in 3 weeks instead of 2. We'll talk it out on our end before, and we'll get back to you guys as soon as possible for that. Thursdays, we've got alternating shows. We've got Mass Effect that is being run by Zoro herself, and we have Rojan running our pirate turned Chaos Gremlin crew campaign called Tricorn Isles, where we just recently avoided a terrible, terrible fate, but, you know, we're not going to talk about that right now. Trauma for everybody involved. Then, on Saturday, we have 2 alternating shows. We've got a Bridgerton-inspired show run by Malls that is called The Downfall of Propriety. And on the art alternating Tuesdays, we have Withered Wastes run by Rojan. Finally, in the evenings of Saturday, you guys get double whammies on Saturdays. We have 2 other shows. We have Vigilant 6 that is of course run by Rojan, and then you have our Daggerheart campaign, City of Redemption? Yeah, City of Redemption, there we go. That is also, again, run by Rojan. So yeah, that's it. D&D almost every second day for us, and we will be probably seeing you guys on Thursday, and if not, we will be seeing you guys very, very soon. I hope you all have an excellent evening. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in a few weeks for more Tales of the Outer Rim.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Night, everyone.